Move! You haven't moved for the past 5 minutes. This line is outrageous. Come on!
Traffic jams suck. But I do wonder, how does stuff like this even happen? Let's find out, shall we? Holy moly! 22 million vehicles are traveling around Greater Jakarta every day. In the morning, traffic rates reach 54%, and at night, they reach a whopping 74%. The thought of it just scares me. But you know, it doesn't scare me as how much this line hasn't moved in the past 5 minutes. Come on!
So, Arpan, how will you go home? By car?
So actually, I'm going home by bus and then I'll take the commuter line.
Oh, you're a public transport user. Why are you using public transport? Isn't it inconvenient?
So actually, there are lots of reasons why I use public transport. First, it's cheap and subsidized. It's eco-friendly. It helps reduce traffic. And think about it, doesn't it also provide a lot of stable jobs for the people?
Well, you're right. Public transport is pretty great. But in hindsight, there's actually a bunch of things wrong. One of them is interconnectivity. For example, if I try to take the bus, I gotta have my mom drive me all the way to the nearest station, which is like 5 minutes away. On top of that, there's other things like lack of capacity and variety in public transport. The thing is, the commuter line carries 750,000 people every single day. If that's not overcrowding, I don't know what is. There needs to be more variety in public transport, and it needs to be more accessible. But personally, I don't prefer public transport because of how unorganized it is. Earlier this year, I tried to use Angkot to get to school, but I arrived late because the driver took so long to leave. Transport like this is chaotic, unscheduled, just downright sloppy. I'm all for Greener City, but if that's the cost, I'm gonna have to say no.
Well, those are fair points from you. But look there! That's the problem private vehicles are causing. According to CNBC Indonesia, 22 million vehicles are traveling around Jakarta every single day. Not only do private vehicles create traffic jams, but it also significantly damage the environment. According to Boston University School of Public Health, air pollution level decreased drastically because of the pandemic. But since 2022, when everything returned to the norm, it has risen once again. The rise in air pollution is a threat to our health and well-being. From this, we can conclude that tackling traffic jams is a must.
Private vehicles clearly aren't the solution for the inadequacy of public transport, and we know that public transportation clearly has the potential to reduce pollution and also traffic. In the future, public transport clearly can be the underlying foundation of a sustainable city and community. So, to achieve that dream, how can public transport itself be improved? I think that's a thing to ponder.
Well,
Oh, I guess that's me. Let's continue this discussion tomorrow, okay?
sure. Take care.
Sir, people have been complaining about the traffic congestion, especially in Jakarta. What should we do about this? The large number of vehicles crowding the streets of Jakarta not only causes traffic, but it is also bad for the environment. According to Kompas.com, 75% of air pollution in Jakarta comes from vehicle emissions. It is not environmentally sustainable at all.
I know, but that's why we have been encouraging people to take public transportation more, right?
Yes, you're right, but the public transportation that we have now needs improvement, sir.
Yes, I agree that it needs improvement. First of all, we can start by revitalizing the facilities that we already have now, from the stations and also the transportations itself, making it more comfortable for everyone to use. Then, we could start building more public transportation and have it spread all around the country, making it more accessible. We can continue building the high and rapid train from Jakarta, not only to Bandung, but also to further routes like Surabaya and maybe even next to Bali. Lastly, we can create a more organized system for our public transportation so it would be easier for people to travel only by using public transportation. For example, we can create a fixed schedule for Angkot that we already have. That way, people can figure out how to use it easier.
I agree, sir. We should also add more variety for short-distance public transportation, like providing bikes near stations and bus stops all around the city. We need to also make sure that it is comfortable and the capacity is sufficient.
Oh, definitely. I believe that by doing this, more people will use the new and improved public transportation. Yes, I definitely agree. Our public transport needs improvement.
Wow, looks like things might finally change for the better. The government is seeking to solve the problem by increasing the quantity of transportation lines in Jakarta and other cities. Finally, the dream of having a sustainable city is attainable through the reformation of public transportation. Travel simple, travel greener. Hey, let's see what else is on TV according to this problem.
Good afternoon, this is HKE HS Global News with Oliver. Today, we're going to report about the conflict and balance between economic development and environmental sustainability in Taiwan. Here in Taiwan, air pollution is a serious problem created by economic development and factories are often the target of public criticism. However, the level of pollution caused by other sources, such as vehicles, is also of concern. Our sources tell us approximately 36% of Taiwan's air pollution comes from motorcycles, with the carbon monoxide emissions of motorcycles higher than those of vehicles. This is due to the high number of motorcycles in Taiwan, with 40 million, equal to one motorcycle for every 2 people, which is the highest density in the world. Is there any solution to the problem of air pollution? What do people think about this situation? Let's hear from our reporters who are currently at Kaohsiung Light Rail Station in Kaohsiung, part of MRT or Mass Rapid Transit, one of the possible solutions to the high level of pollution.
Hello, I'm here with 2 tourists visiting Taiwan and using the light rail. Why did you choose to use the light rail in Kaohsiung?
It's environmentally friendly, it emits no fumes, so it is free from air pollution.
Yes, the noise emission is also low compared to the noise of the city. With its low vibration, it is very comfortable to travel by the light rail.
Any special features about the light rail that you like?
It's very clean, bright, and spacious.
I agree. I read earlier that the vehicle capacity per car is up to 250 passengers, so it is big enough to carry a lot of people. And I found it interesting that the light rail will earn Kaohsiung over 100 million NT dollars in a year.
Do you think taking the light rail is useful?
Yes, it is. It goes past many famous attractions, including Love Pier, Kaohsiung Music Performance Center, and Exhibition Hall, which is convenient for sightseeing. And this place can also earn lots of money.
I agree.
Thank you. Enjoy your trip. According to the statistics of the Federal Transit Administration, the light rail is the best choice for non-polluting travel. It is not only convenient, but also builds up a high-quality environment and reduces the use of automobiles and motorcycles. Now, let's go to Adam, who is outside MRT station.
How do you go to school?
I often take the MRT and then U-Bike.
Why do you choose U-Bike in addition to the MRT?
U-Bike is my first choice of transportation when it comes to moving around the city of Kaohsiung. I largely prefer it over taking a subway, bus, or taxi. It is affordable, well-maintained, comfortable, and within walking distance anywhere in the city. And there are also some great biking paths I can ride alone.
Thank you. The numbers of U-Bike rides keep increasing steadily since it was launched in 2012. There were 170 million rides since it was introduced in 2012, and last month it reached up to 3 million rides in Taipei, earning approximately $370 million each year. The bike-sharing scheme was launched by the government as one of green initiatives to get people out of their cars. It is definitely a means of transportation that takes into account both economic development and environmental protection.
Travel simpler, travel greener.